exist in football, but isn't the reality that the owners here spent a very long time trying to get you to the club? They believe firmly in what you want to achieve. They want sort of beautiful football here, and that the reality is that they are going to give you the time, maybe more time than other managers, to make the mistakes, to get to the team to the point you want it to be at and they want it to be at. Isn't this different? The reality is that you will get time here and that it is a long-term project at Manchester City.
I don't know. I don't think about that. The reality, I feel like they trust me. But the reality, you have to win. If you don't win, everything can happen.
So you think even if your short-term results are poor in the next 12 months...
Our positions depend on the results.
Right. So you're not being given assurances, basically, that you can make the mistakes that...
I don't leave. So when I arrive here, the same in Barcelona, when I arrive there, and same, I stay all my contract there. I never be sacked because we won a lot. We won a lot.
But do you think they recognise the amount of things that you want to change aren't necessarily easy to do, and that it's going to take some time to do it? Do you think they recognise that?
Yeah, but what I leave my profession when I arrive here in the pre-season, in the first game, in the previous Champions League, is said we have to win immediately. I'm not leaving. Next season will be okay. Next season will be better. On 2 years will be better. Who never knows that? So the fans doesn't expect what's going to happen next season or what is going to happen in the future. So fans are going tomorrow in the Etihad Stadium want to see play good and win his team. That is in the board and the managers and the chairmen, and it's the same. So in the big clubs, that's happened. So here there are many, and of course we are not, in terms of history, the same level as the other clubs. But I'm thinking we have to win immediately. You don't have time here. It's a big mistake. I think all the managers do this kind of situation. So you won last season. This season is going well. You can be, you cannot be following your job.
Is that attitude not a major problem then? Is that attitude in football not a major problem? That managers aren't allowed more time?
No, this is what it is. So the world is unfair in many cases, but that cases is you shouldn't make your job properly. You have to, in all the big companies in the world, in the business in the world, when it doesn't work, you have to take a solution. You have to find a solution. And normally, the guy who has to help the players to reach the best level, because the player has a good level, it's me.
Oscar? Are you confident, Pep, that the players you've got, particularly at the back, are capable of playing to your philosophy of achieving what you want?
Yeah.
You're not planning sort of changes?
We did it. We did it.
Yeah, you won the first 10 games, and you use that as a reference point, do you? The fact that they did it for 10 games,
did it,
and you think you can get that back?
The players suffer. The players want to do that. So when it's a mistake, I have to, of course, when they make a mistake, we have to put another one in there on the field. They have to feel, they have to, of course, get him better. But I am pretty sure they suffer. They want to play good. They want to win games because they are sports. When I was a football player, I know how they feel when they are there on the field. And after 10 minutes, 2 goals. After 4 minutes, 2 goals. After 15 minutes, 3 goals. I know exactly what they feel. And my job is to help them. Is help them. And I'm not able. I am a big responsible on that.
How do you coach to defend set pieces? Because they happen in every game. As you say, Watford, I think, got 2 against Everton on Saturday. I mean, how difficult is it to...
Yeah, we can train, but I think the set piece is more the attitude, more than... of course, you have to correct that position, the second line to be closer, or... we can train it, but the set pieces is like in golf, no? You have time to prepare, time to see. It's not quickly take decision. In the counter-attack, for example, the third goal is a counter-attack. We defend that area, and the first touch from Mahrez is fantastic. The definition for Bardi, so that can happen. The set pieces is okay. We are there. We have time. It's more attitude. It's more body language. It's more body shape. I think it's more about they are not going to score a goal more than defend, because at the end, when they are taller than you, it's taller than you. But before the goal that happened, the normally set pieces is settling corners. And the other throw-ins in full, sometimes it's second action, third action, and the long balls to the goalkeeper is more than position than to be. Because when it's a long balls from the goalkeeper, we can lose that ball. The important is when the second, the third to be close. And here in England, because the club's training that way and they play in that way, they do well.
Hi Pep, Max Cardenas for Channel Football. What is your opinion about the draw of Champions League against Monaco? What's your opinion about the rival?
2 years ago, they get the semi-finals against Juventus de Turin. They eliminate Arsenal in quarterfinals. So in the last years, they are working really well in the young teams. Because Martial was there and other teams, and the substitute does quite well as well. So it's a draw. It's a February, so we have to see how we'll be in that moment. Will be better, will be worse. And in that moment, 1 week before, I can explain you better how is our position to face that team. But have a lot of respect for how they are working like a club in the last years. What I saw a little bit, the physical, so strong, fast. Falcao is back, so a lot of scores. He scored amazing amount, huge of goals this season. So it's okay. It's a draw. 80 finals, happy to be there, and hopefully we can be in that moment in a good position.
And do you think it's better, worse, or is okay to play first in home in Champions League?
It's the first, always in 80 finals I play the first game away in the second, but I finish first. It is the first time in my life I finish second in a Champions League group stage. I'm going to play the second away, so always I believe you have to score at homes, concede few, and try to score away. So the times away didn't go through for the next round because didn't score goals away. So, and we're going to try to do it there, but it will be depends the level, the moment, we will be there in that moment. Now we can talk. Now the possession is not good. We're going to play the Monaco. We're going to lose. We're going to see in February how we are and how we play.
Martin?
Pep, when might we see Vincent Kompany again, and will that have any effect on whether he'll do any business in January?
He's training alone still. He's still training alone. So hopefully he's coming back as soon and stay longer than the last 2 or 3 years. Hopefully.
And no plans for January as far as you know?
We didn't speak, no.
Sam?
Hi Pep. After the Chelsea game and presumably after the Everton and Middlesbrough games, you congratulated your team and said, look, if we keep going like this. What was your message to them after the Leicester game?
I didn't speak with the team.
At all?
Not at all.
What will be your message to them ahead of Watford and Arsenal?
I have to think about it.
So it's a difficult situation at the moment then. It's not as easy as telling them to carry on.
Our job is not easy. The youth spec is all the time is win and win and win. No. Our job is not... all the managers all around the world in the all leagues, this kind of situation happen. To get him better, to win something, you have to live this kind of situation. So it's the first time in my life, so a long time don't win regularly. But okay, I face like a first time like a manager, like okay, what I have to do, like a challenge, like a target, like a come on, let's go.
So you think you need to tell them something different this time?
About?
You need to tell them something different this time.
No, sometimes we won, and I was so critic to my players, so critic. So my numbers I tried there in the locker room, in the dressing room, not here. So, but not doesn't mean it's like a win. Of course, when I congratulated at Middlesbrough or Everton or Chelsea, because I think in general we were better than the other team, but we didn't win. Of course, I have to congratulate him. But of course, I tell him what we have to improve, and still we are not able. So, of course, we have to do it quickly.
Pep, you've obviously had a very successful career, but you're saying that it's not going well here now. Have you had moments this season where you've doubted yourself and your own methods?
Yeah, but of course, when we lose, you think what you have to do, what you have to do, what you have to do. Yeah, of course, but I believe a lot what I did in the past, and I know we can do it here. If not, if we didn't feel that, I would not accept to come here, knowing, because I played many times against English teams like a football player, especially like a manager, like Chelsea, like Arsenal, like United, and when I came here, realizing the way I would like to play, how difficult it was always to compete with against them. So I knew that, but so that's why I decided to come here. I come here like a challenge to prove myself I am able. If I'm not able, I will say Stein Collymore, I come back to Catalonia, and all the best for Manchester City. So I'm not a guy to thinking about, wow, so I try. I spend a lot of energy, myself, my team, to going well. And it's not happened. For the people, it will be a big failure, it's a disaster, but it's okay. It's part of the game. So sometimes that's happened. But until the end of the day, we achieve what I achieve because especially I'm a fighter. So I like to this kind of things. I started in Barcelona when we didn't win in the first. And if the people criticize to me, you cannot imagine how they said there in Barcelona when I started, I didn't win. So in Bayern Munich, when I didn't win the Champions League, but they expect to win the Champions, we arrived at semifinals, but not more. The people, so I knew that. So when I arrived here, I didn't expect the English media would be sweet with me when I didn't win. So when the results in the last month and a half, I just can expect that. So you are fair. So we are not going well. So we didn't win at home, and the problems away was better, but in the last game after 4 minutes to end, so I have to accept that. But when that's happened, I have, enough energy to fight them, and it's not going well. I will say, sorry guys, I was not able, and other guy is coming here because they say Manchester City will stay. But still I am 6 months, so still I have time to because I think now maybe that people forget, we did quite well in the most part of the season. We have to recover that, our what we were. And we, many things, and it's not about the tackles, it's not about the many things, we lost something with our credentials like a team. You have to recover that as soon as possible, and we're going to try.
Okay,
Thank you guys.